And we have Joyce Blessing in the house. And before then, we'll treat those issues related to the content of the letter that we have been sent by from Pomam. And you look, it's something that we also need to discuss and bring a counselor in. And the letter will be played to you very soon. But guess who is here? Mama B is here. Mama B, what's up?
You know, when you said we have Joyce Blessing in the house, it almost sounded like I am Joyce Blessing.
Yeah.
Hello.
How are you? You look a bit drained.
I am actually.
Yeah.
I am, but I
please
thank
bring
God.
a lot of water so that she'll be taken a while.
It's good to be back. Good to see you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Thank you for holding it down.
Charlie,
yeah.
We did talk.
Roland Bakope.
Allah.
Okay, so 1 a.m. show, 1 dedication. Over to you.
Yeah. Okay, so
you
this
can
one,
do
this
you
one,
can do 4 because I haven't been here for 4 days.
Okay. Okay, so this one goes to
which? Wait, say this one goes to which one?
But 4.
No, which one? Which one goes to?
The first dedication goes to Michael Beckley. You're the GCB branch manager for Craching Quanta. Good morning to you. Salifu Combat, head of pharmacy, Boku Presbyterian Hospital.
2.
Good morning. Also to your wife, Flora. 3.
3.
She works with the Ghana Immigration Service at the Misiga border.
Okay, 5.
No,
4.
So we're on the third one.
Yeah, no. That's 3.
Okay. And this one to...
That's the last one.
Benjamin Tufomenu, Kojo Tufomenu, who is based in the United Kingdom.
Okay.
You're in the tube right now. You're going to work. Well, good morning to you.
All right. Okay. Enough of the dedications. Let's do the newspapers.
Anyway.
1 a.m. show, 1 dedication.
Yeah. How did you try to recover?
Well, I tried to rest.
I think it's the weather, right? You look...
Is the weather?
You look, yeah.
Well, I just need a lot of rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 1% I forgot too.
No,
5.
I said 4.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's do the newspapers. I'll do the Daily Graphic, the Ghanaian Times, the Finder, and the Daily Statesman, Roland.
I have the publisher Go Streets, the Dispatch, and the Daily Guide.
All right, let's start over the Daily Graphic. Here we go. Front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. President hails NAPCO trainees for sterling performance. Also, Ghana makes progress in poverty reduction, but inequality between rich and poor widens. Nigeria-Benin border closure. Ghana secures temporary corridor. That's the banner headline, the Daily Graphic newspaper. If we turn attention to the center spread of the paper, it says, let's unite and fight against climate change. President Akufo-Addo has said to stop climate change, world leaders must put aside their unnecessary arguments and rather channel their energies and resources into what can be done to counteract climate change and its devastating effects, especially in Africa. Also, Ghana is vulnerable to terrorist attacks. The head of the Department of Research at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, Dr. Emmanuel Kwesi Enin, has asserted that Ghana is vulnerable to threats of terror attacks despite assurances that the country is safe. He attributed his claims to Ghana's closeness to neighboring countries, which had recorded terrorist attacks, as well as its porous borders, the proliferation of arms, easy access to drugs, among other factors. Details of that in the center spread of the paper. Media Excellence Awards, Confab opens, deliberates on curbing fake news. And on the back page of the paper, Ashanti Police Command interdict 3 policemen. Man dies in operation. Also, man 77 arrested for growing weed. The police have arrested a 77-year-old man, Opanyin Kwejo Sampene, for allegedly interspersing his plantain farm with a kind of crop suspected to be Indian hemp, also known as marijuana, at Mem, a suburb of Atebubu in the Bono East region. It's one of the stories that people are sharing a lot on social media. It brings back this whole conversation of let's just make it legit. Roland is an advocate for that, by the way.
I am. I'll have a marijuana farm if it is legalized.
If it's legalized, yes. Yeah.
It will be in either the Western region or the Volta region.
You found the location for why?
Well.
Why Western or Volta?
Yeah, because they have good vegetation for those areas.
Oh,
how do you know
that?
Because
it's illegal.
Oh, I know some farms. I've seen some farms physically.
Really?
Before. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that is confessing that.
I said I've seen farms. I didn't say I've found.
No, you said you've seen.
Yes, I've seen.
And it's not supposed to be
legal.
Exactly. We're not supposed to, they're not supposed to be in existence, but you've seen.
Yes.
So you can assist the police find these farms.
Oh, those were years ago. Not currently. I don't think I've seen in the last year or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were confessing.
But I know that
something.
in the last 3 years and before then I'd seen, yeah, big acreages. They plant them with cassava especially.
What's our fear really? Why don't we just?
I think the fear is that it will seep into the normal system, the society, and because usually if you look at the, for example, when there's the illegal smuggling or transit of narcotics, some is left in the market illegally. So the fear is that we don't have the health or the public health system to take care of it, you know, because they're in the Western country they have the rehabs and all that to take care of it. Yeah.
Well, I think it's also our own enforcement abilities. You know, we've exhibited it so poorly in other areas. We just know that we won't be able to do this.
Because we're poor, they say. But actually, if you know that you have licensed farms and they are doing it for commercial purposes, it means that from the farm gate, it goes away straight to either a lab or to the export market. So it will make no sense to even argue that
it would be used in country. Yeah. But it's just our ability to monitor that.
We can monitor. Yeah. Even the ones that we have a grip on, we can monitor.
Exactly. So I guess that's why nobody is really pushing it forward. Yeah. And let's do the Ghanaian Times. Here we go, front page of the Ghanaian Times. President rallies public support for fight against climate change. Also, Upper East floods. Debt toll reaches 29. There are so many distractions if you look at the details of that. And it's not just the Upper East region. Other parts of the country as well. Police grab 8 suspected armed robbers. 3 cops interdicted for beating slashing man with machete to death. The deceased is on the front page of the paper. Kofi Ampoma. Let's see, center spread of the Ghanaian Times now. Well, details of the front page headlines essentially. So let's do the back page of the paper. Ghana marks 39th World Food Day. Weigh bridges to confirm quantity of bauxite manganese extracted in the offing. That government through the Minerals Commission is taking aggressive steps to ensure that every kilogram of bauxite and manganese extracted from any field in the country is properly accounted for. There you go. We have issues in these areas as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't add wheat to it, can we? The front page of the Finder, employed NAPCO trainees. And
you know the difficulty we have there is that what is mined and then what is actually recorded in the books. There seems to have been an argument about reconciliation. And just like the rosewood, it's been found out that over the last year or two, China received average tons, 275,000 tons of rosewood. Wow. We only said that in excess of some 70,000 tons is the one recorded that left our shores.
We can't trust ourselves now.
It happens same in the gold too.
Yeah, happens everywhere. You can keep naming.
Allah.
Yeah, you can keep naming. You know, and then we say we don't have money. We say we don't have money. If only we would just enforce.
Yeah, true.
Enforce. But you know, even the people who are supposed to be doing that, we end up ourselves colluding, colliding,
and
teaming up with those who are doing the wrong.
Who do that?
That's the thing.
With a black man. Who gave the Chinese the opportunity?
Let me do my last paper.
To come and put chamfine machines in the rivers. It's us.
Let's do the Finder. Employed NAPCO trainees first. President tells module implementation partners. And I don't know how people would take this. Employed NAPCO trainees first. Aren't we all Ghanaians? Aren't we all citizens? If we apply, may the best qualified person, the person who appropriately fits the description, not because the person went through NAPCO. Then what? Should we all go through NAPCO so that we will be first to be picked? I mean, when I heard this yesterday, I was like, no, let's wait a minute. If we're all Ghanaians and is the most qualified, appropriate person to fit the space.
I think this one is just an
It should
appeal.
not be.
It's not like
No,
it's
but
binding.
but it's coming from the president. It's coming from the highest place. So
Yeah.
it's not just an appeal, you know.
Well, one
That's
thing.
direction right there.
Oh, it's not. It's not
It
an
is.
imposition. Yeah.
No, it's not an
It's-
imposition, but it's critical who says it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoever delivers
Exactly.
the message. Yes.
Yeah.
In communication.
That's it. Let's do the rest of the stories on the front page of the Finder. Chiefs, religious
Mami, you are
leaders,
back. You are
Lord
mean.
President Akufo-Addo for life-changing initiatives. I'm not mean. I'm just cool. GIJ seeks support to build digital media hub for students. Also, inflation drops to 7.6% in September. All right. Roland?
Yeah. So let me do the daily guide. On the front page of the daily guide, we have the story of Osuampa for fights leaked tape. Togbi Shito charge over beauty queens.
Togbinka?
Shito. Shito. And this one, you know about the Commonwealth, Miss Commonwealth Beauty
Yeah.
pageant. Did you do that
Is it real or?
Oh, it took place. I'm told that because they've confessed to some of the things, so Charlie, they were beaten subsequently.
No, but you see, the point
with
is,
marks.
I think we have to check our girls who put themselves into these pageants again, because why would they tolerate so much? You know, you
Just to
offer
be-
yourself so that you be
to be
taken
on the
through this,
pageant.
and then you went through it. I mean,
To be on the
how demeaning can that be? I think in the past we used to have the best go into pageants. You know, like you see them, not only their beauty, and I'll always say this, strikingly pretty, but also really smart. Everybody wanted to be in the pageant, but these days, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
Honestly.
think also it's because we've had a certain dilution. There are too many of them. So
I think we should just
definitely.
collapse all. I mean, listen, they've lost it. They've lost it
Yeah.
from the Miss Ghana's to whatever it is.
Yeah.
They just, all the stories that come out just suggest that they're just taking advantage, you know? It's just like somebody trying to
and it looks like it's
like a source of
it's-
employment for someone. Yeah,
it's a 1-2 story many.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
And
What
once that becomes
what
a
role
change.
do they play anyway? I mean, what's the essence of the pageant today?
to bring out
And
the
now-
beauty and intelligence
Oh, please.
in the Ghanaian woman.
I mean, okay, maybe I should stop. It's
Yeah.
too early for me.
Please
I
stop.
only came today.
Once I continue. Front page
Yeah.
of the daily guide. So on the front page we have prioritize NAPCO trainees. Nana. Kufuor wades into CSE debate. Ministers in Nigeria over trade blockade. And to that, I didn't know to Ghanaian traders, the Nigerian border was very important to us. We were behaving last around here. So we have the back page of the daily guide.
I was just going to say that they are leveled at different levels of traders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know where you're coming
We
from.
only heard from a small
Section.
section, but because of the medium that we gave them, it amplified,
That's it.
and it kind of like looked like it's everybody in that area, but no. Yeah.
Okay, so some traders have access
Of course.
to the Nigerian market
Of
currently.
course.
Okay. I believe.
Wait, don't we
because-
have access to various markets?
Yes, we
It's
do.
how well we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have access to the European market,
Yes.
don't we?
Because they are.
But it's the standard. If you can meet
meet
it,
the
then bring it.
standards, Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as if every.
Yeah.
I think you're right. George Efriye, that we're going to the back page of the daily guide. George Efriye, jabs Ket Okreku, says everybody has an idea to help Ghana football, but they need a unifier. He said he's the one. Ket Okreku has done well, but he is not mature to be Ghana Football Association's president. He should sit back, relax, and learn. His time is not due. You're learning from. Hey. This is the same thing that Mr. Edison said. Other stories we have on the back page. It's not always my fault, even when I'm not playing. I'm talking about Mesut Ozil. It's been chastised over, even in England and Germany, where he's, you know. We want to make amends, Kotoko skipper. And then we have Day dies 4 days after suffering head injuries in Commonwealth fight. And my wife, this one
I saw you post this.
Yeah. Tragic. Okay, so let's go to the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Has on the front page, whose orders are more powerful? And it says that in April 10, 2019, it says one president warned board chairperson, stop interfering with your CEOs. And then in October 2017, we've had the GRA board chairman ordering, please refer all protocol pot clearing to me. Yeah, so that's a board chair, we're told.
Okay, so let's see, is he interfering?
That's interference.
Okay, but when the president says
because he
employed NAPCO trainees first?
No, because ideally, if the structure of
he's board chair.
Yeah, if the structure of the organization works and the organization is on its feet, the board should be meeting, let's say, quarterly, unless it's for emergency purposes.
It's true. He's board chair of which organization?
GRA.
But listen, you know what? There's something I've learned in this country. Sometimes it's the people who are preventing him from working because he's seen something and he's trying to correct. They will be quick to come out with a certain headline and we'll just flow with it. So we're all going with the fact that, oh, the board chair is interfering or the board chair is interfering. Well,
nobody's saying it's...
you get what I mean?
The thing is that there's been a release.
I am just taking it lightly.
There's been a release indicated. That's been leaked. That's been leaked into the media. That's indicated.
I'm taking it lightly. We've just talked about, just a few minutes ago, we've talked about how there's so many leakages, how if we could only enforce...
Well, true. Then we
you get what I mean?
Then we should appoint him Director General.
No. But no, are you privy to all the sites?
No,
that's just what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about normal corporate governance.
No, but you've only heard a little bit of it.
No.
Do you know what the real issues are?
But even for normal corporate governance structures, the board chair should not be clearing. They shouldn't refer things to him.
Okay. So
it has to come to the board.
So here's the thing. Until I understand the proper details of it, I am not going to go with the headlines because I've seen it happen so many times. We end up kicking people who are actually working out simply because they found somebody who has come who wants to block all the loopholes. You get what I mean?
I do understand. The GRA needs to meet its targets based on what the revenue collection should be for the year. We're already in October and it looks like we're in trouble. Yeah, it's understandable.
We've always been in trouble.
We've had Professor Stephen Adey, who has the reputation to be a good manager. Somebody who doesn't take no for an answer. We do understand that. But we're talking about the board. And he says that the professor has directed customs officials to redirect all purported protocol clearance of goods in his office as part...
Have you seen, okay, wait, two questions. Have you seen the directive? That's the one you said has been leaked. Have you seen the directive?
Yeah.
Have you seen...
Do you
know what his powers are?
He also
do you know what his powers are?
He also gave the directive, went together with the Director General of GRA and the Commissioner of Customs, visited the Customs Division also of the Tema collection point at the port of Tema to interact with staff of the GRA.
So I've got two questions. I say, have you seen the directive? Two, do you know what his scope in terms of how he's supposed to be working? Do you know how his operational...
but the board chair is supposed to be a board chair. What's he supposed to do?
I'm just saying that don't assume.
What do you mean by scope?
Just don't assume.
There's a framework for how board chairs are supposed to operate.
No, but I'm saying that the man was just appointed when? How long ago?
I think last week or 2 weeks.
What he was doing, what was context? I'm just saying context.
No.
Context.
Yes, in context, I will agree that in context, looking at the organization, the state in which it is, yes. But then if you look at the normal scheme of things, the directive should not be coming from the board chair.
Roland, I said context. When I say context,
I
don't mean the organization. I mean context in terms of how he said what he said.
He says that...
You're only reading what is in the newspaper.
No, but the thing has been publicized well. We've even reported on it. He said, bring the thing to my office.
I still refuse to go with it until I appreciate in context what this is. Because I've seen us use our mouth and our headlines to get rid of people who are doing the right thing.
No.
Yeah.
We're not saying he's not doing what is right by the directive. But the protocols for the directive is wrong.
I refuse to say that.
Well,
why should we have protocols anyway? Why should we have protocols?
No, but we
this
have
is tax, isn't it?
We have structures
this is
for
tax.
For corporate governance.
But that's our problem. That's our problem.
You know, structures. That's our
problem. So we've got protocols, and they will come and say we didn't meet our targets.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
True.
If we add the protocol to what we have accrued, what would we get?
I'm saying that.
Then
we should appoint somebody like him as the Director General of the Ghana Revenue Authority. It works better for him to be the Director General of the Ghana Revenue Authority.
Don't be quick to conclude.
No, that he should be the Director General of the Ghana Revenue Authority.
Put it in context.
It makes a lot of sense that way.
What was he doing?
And
whatever he said, what does it mean in the bigger picture? It's too early, Roland.
There's been an internal circular already.
It's too early.
And then this
we know how mafias in organizations, in government setups can cook up stories, and then we all go with it simply because there's one person who's been appointed who will not tolerate what they do.
No, we all do know Professor Stephen Adey.
I refuse to go with it.
That's why we should have appointed maybe the GRA
I stand with Professor Stephen Adey.
Oh, please, no hashtag. No hashtag this morning.
I stand with you, sir.
We refuse
and I refuse to go with the headline.
We refuse any hashtag. We refuse any hashtag. Let me do the last paper. So we have the Daily Dispatch newspaper. It has on the front page, Big Philip for NAPCO trainers. Yeah, the president says we should.
Roland, have you read the exact quotes?
Yeah.
I was trying to appreciate it. Quotes, and on quotes, yeah?
Oh, the president.
They should be the first to be considered when opportunities for permanent employment come up.
Yeah, but
they should be the first to be considered.
It's to me, it's just an appeal. I refuse to take this quote.
You're entitled to it.
I refuse to take it. The president, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, is only making an appeal.
Okay, so here's a comment on one of the things that we've been talking about. So this is from my friend Prince Charles in Takrady, who says we can decriminalize it, and this is we, and educate Ghanaians on proper usage, among others.
What do you mean?
Just as drugs.
Cannabis is more acceptable.
Okay, just as drugs like paracetamol can be suicidal with the wrong dosage, improper usage of marijuana could be dangerous. But proper education and sensitization is very important. And then, we should stop demonizing it. Well, I concur with Roland, legalize marijuana now. I disagree with you, Prince Charles. How have we enforced the things that we are talking? We're just talking about GRA, right? We're talking about many other things. So it should go. Listen, what structures do we have? That's the thing. That's the fear. So we don't have the structures to support that. I refuse to see the person in front of me who says legalize it now.
That's the fear.
Yeah. Interesting, yeah.
But you know, cannabis. I make you feel great. Okay, let's go do myjoyonline.com.
Okay.
Mawavi.
Here's myjoyonline.com. Here we go. Government scheming to plunder ECG asset through PDS share restructure. NDC alleges. Government urged to reconsider taxing the internet. Hey, Charlie. The same people who are taxed. And then protocol. EC and police reactivate election security task force. Hard to justify boxing deaths, hence tribute to Patrick Dave. I was treated like an animal in a Nigeria torture school. That's a video. Police discovered more than 70 young men and boys in shackles when they raided a private Islamic school in northern region. It's become 3 so far. There's a latest one after the previous one in the president's Buhari's hometown. There's a new one that's been discovered. We hear there are many more of such private schools, and I think what is unthinkable is the fact that parents themselves may
there was one story
have taken
that I
some
heard
of the children to the schools.
He tried to convert to Christianity and he was...
Yeah, so there are horrible stories coming out from Nigeria in terms of these kind of Islamic schools. Leaked audio recording is breach of privacy. Counsel for Fosuampofu tells court. There was a session yesterday. Details of that, if you missed it. Senior Minister responds to Auditor General on $1 million crore payments. Throwback photos of Shatta Wale as he turns 35. It was his birthday yesterday. Turned
35.
Turned the internet upside down in Ghana.
Yeah.
In terms of the
he
trends.
He had about 3 or 4 hashtags trending.
Yeah. This morning I was just saying to myself, can you imagine a Ghana Music Awards next year without Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy?
I think
they are like the two biggest.
Yeah, I think because
the two biggest.
Because it's
Shatta
House.
We have in
Shatta
Ghana.
House. It's Shatta House. Is it Shatta House? What do they call it?
Did you say Shatta House?
Because it is Shatta House that keeps Shatta. Because it is Shatta House that keeps organizing, so they don't recognize. You know, in 2016, 2015, he should have been, because all his songs were trending. Okay. They had been used by the political parties. 2017
SM for life, eh?
For life is for life.
We need good lawyers, not lots of lawyers. Chief Justice hits back.
Oh, but I love Stonebwoy too.
And she ain't hearing whatever everybody is doing.
Did you listen to her this morning?
The law students, those who've been demonstrating, are heading to the court. So we'll hear something come out of it today or on Monday. But I want to say good morning to Mrs. Evelyn Insia Asari Owusu. She's been working really hard with the female senior footballing team. Oh, why am I mixing everything? The Black Queens.
Okay.
She's and that's her. So she's standing, aspiring women representative GFA Executive Council, and I really pray and hope that she wins. I wish you well, Evelyn. All the best. I just wanted to ask Benedict. Benedict, is it today?
Well, their election is not today. It's the RFA election that is today. Theirs will be on Thursday. That's
Next
on
Thursday.
The 24th, exactly.
What can I do? Because I like her. I really know what she's capable of doing.
The only thing you can do is what you
ordinarily.
What you can do is what you just did. I mean, just to speak to people out there. Possibly, maybe a delegate is watching.
Okay.
And then the person will vote for it. You cannot vote.
Is it part of the same number of delegates?
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. So you cannot vote.
It's a small constituency.
Yeah, 180.
120.
120.
So what you can do is...
I'm appealing to all the 120.
Please
those who are watching.
Who is she contesting with?
Roslyn Amo.
Okay.
So Roslyn Amo is still there.
Oh, no.
We also have Habibata, who's been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know her, right?
Yes,
yeah,
I know.
She's based in Kumasi, and then Edna Quagran is also in. So
oh my God.
I'll go for Roslyn Amo.
I think it's conflict.
I'll go for Roslyn Amo. If Roslyn Amo maybe it's not where I wants to go out, then we'll go for Mrs. Evelyn.
Roslyn, good morning. I am so conflicted right now.
So don't say anything. Roslyn Amo.
So 4 ladies going for 1 slot on the executive council.
Yeah.
Chaba, what do you have?
Well, so we'll talk about the FA elections.
Okay.
There's a new twist to it. Court of Arbitration for Sports. They've written to the Ghana Football Association to respond to Wilfred Osei Palmer's plea. We'll hear from his camp. Also, we'll speak to Abate Kofi Asare-Brackon, who is now a spokesperson and personal aide to the sports minister. That's Isaac Siama, on some national team issues. The Black Meteors are supposed to start camping. They are in camp actually. The Black Stars B also play their qualifiers, the second leg of their CHAN qualifier against Burkina Faso this weekend. We'll speak to him on that as well, plus what to expect this weekend in the major European leagues. You know the leagues are bouncing back, so all these and more, plus other stories after this break.